Yo, big homie, the King Cola. The King Cola. Yes, yes, yes. I can't wait to give this a full run. I also decided that in my 4x4, I was sitting back talking to one of my buddies out in Cali, and he did have a vital point that, you know, I know how the Fox Farm stuff works, and I've never, you know, tried the Emerald Harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and give Emerald Harvest a full run with these flowers right now so I can see the results. They had only been fed Fox Farm once, and once I talked to my Emerald Harvest rep and he said that he was going to send this stuff out, I gave him a good flush. And they were starting to yellow out a little bit on the bottom, so I pulled them leaves off, and then, you know, my Emerald Harvest arrived. So I appreciate y'all sitting with me this long. It's going to be a nice long video. We got some more some more pages to go through. We are on page 25, and there's 35, so we got 10 more pages to go, people. Just bear with me, I don't know. Take a time out real quick, roll y'all a blunt or something, pack your bowls and everything, and hell, come back to it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get in. Well, I'm finna introduce the king. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, growers from around the world, I give you a 0323 powerful bloom booster from Emerald Harvest, the king. King Cola, everybody. So here we go. It says, oh, show y'all what's in him real quick before we even get into it. Now, it says King Cola is the only bloom booster you'll need for early, mid, and late flowering. In addition to a boost of phosphorus and potassium, it is the only product of its kind that contains protein from hemp. While other bloom boosters contain bovine and other plant-based proteins, King Cola, contains a vegetable source of protein, which can aid floral development and assist chelation for better nutrient uptake. You don't need 3 bloom boosters when the king is at court. Let me see benefits. You only need 1 bloom booster, not 3. Many brands seek to maximize their revenue at your expense by needlessly offering separate bloom boosters for early, mid, and late flowering. Not Emerald Harvest. All-in-one King Cola is designed to be simple and easy to use without sacrificing effectiveness. King Cola saves you money. You get better yield and better harvest for bigger profits. King Cola is the only bloom booster on the market that contains hemp seed flour, which is rich in protein. Hemp seed almost 25% protein. Oh, hemp seeds are almost 25% protein. That is equal or better in quality to animal-based protein while being more environmental friendly to produce. Bovine, cow, or other animal-based proteins are used in certain competing bloom boosters if they contain any protein at all. However, animal-based proteins are not an ideal match for the vegetable protein profile of your plants. Vegetable-based proteins are suitable for crops because they more closely match the protein profile of the plants. Indeed, the protein in hemp seed flour precisely mirrors the protein profile of the high-value crops you grow. In a natural environment, plants age, die, and decompose exactly where they once sprouted, grew, and stood. The microbial life in the soil break down the tissues. Next page. Break down the tissue into bioavailable compounds. These compounds in turn feed the next generation of plants. The descendants of the very mother plants And so goes the cycle. The protein in hemp seed is rich in the protein albumin. I think that's what it is. And edstin. King Cola contains extra phosphorus and potassium to top off the amount of these two consummate bloom boosting elements supplied by our nutrient base. Phosphorus is linked to faster, more productive yields. Phosphorus initiates budding early and more prolifically, assisting in transition and putting your plants in pole position for fast, strong finish. Phosphorus quickens the time to crop maturity for shorter flowering phases and overall crop life cycle, which means more harvest per annum and higher revenues. Potassium supports flowering and makes crops stronger. Potassium increases photosynthesis, as in critical to flowering and fruits and flower formation, including enzyme activity and protein synthesis. Potassium helps strengthen stalks and stems and make crops hardier. Both phosphorus and potassium may improve the quality of the fruits. It says the tips are to use in early, mid, and late flowering. The king is the only bloom booster you need throughout flower. Used as a foliar spray to improve crop resilience to stress. Now, what do you think? So pretty much what they did was took some beans that they got out of some green and then just ground the shit up in dust, did their scientific thing, and gave it back to us. Appreciate that. And then we got all the characteristics, shelf life, container size. Lovely, lovely. And then the next page is going to be their root wizard. It's a root builder. So I'm pretty sure we can use this for what I will be using this in my dome and in my easy cloner. So we're going to look at these ingredients over here. And come to this side right here to get that glare off. There we go. Now, it says get more newts into your crops with Root Wizard, a massive root building containing multiple strains of plant growth promoting rhizobacteria, PGPRs, that invigorate the root zone of plants growing in hydroponic gardens. The Mydrid beneficial bacteria helps increase root mass and enable your plants to absorb more nutrients more effectively. Root Wizard inoculates the rhizosphere, rooting out problems where it matters most. Benefits. Let me see. You get a higher return on your investment in nutrients. Root Wizard equips plants to absorb more nutrients more effectively, increasing growth and flowering and reducing nutrient waste. Root Wizard's living colonies of beneficial bacteria serve to increase nutrient uptake. 6 strains of plant growth promoting rhizobacteria or PGPRs are supplied by Root Wizard. I'm not even going into all of them names. It's that bacillus, whatever the hell that shit is. PGPRs colonize the rhizosphere where they assist in the nutrient cycle by breaking down organic matter, converting the bioavailable forms into bioavailable forms, and disposing these nutrients directly at the root tips where the bulk of nutrients uptake takes place. PGPRs do this in 3 ways. They stimulate plants to expand the root system by developing longer roots and longer root hairs. They ingest, digest, and discharge organic matter and thereby converting it into essential elements. They leave fresh organic matter behind when they die. They protect your investment by fostering a diverse ecosystem in the root zone. Inoculation of the rhizosphere with beneficial bacteria helps keep any one strain of microbes from predominating. The more beneficial microbes you add to your crop's root zone, and the greater their overall population, the more diverse the microbial life you encourage among the roots. A diverse ecosystem is more stable and vibrant. And yeah, I'm not going to go into that example right there, but there you go. They both help perform this function. And then we got the tips and tricks that they say to apply. It says use root wizard in either hydroponic growing medium or in soil. It won't clog your lines. Use as a foliar spray to coat leaves with beneficial bacteria on the upper plant. And then we got the characteristics. Next page. Oh, we're done, people. This is the last one right here, the sturdy stock. We got the sturdy stock. Excuse me. There we go. Sturdy stock. Emerald Harvest Premium Potassium Silicate Supplement is a viable addition to your feeding program. At critical stages in the crop life cycle, when fruit and flowers are putting on girth and weight, the silica in this formulation helps increase the rigidity and thickness of plant cell walls, making your crop sturdier. Sturdy crops can better withstand environmental stressors and support heavy yields. Sturdy stock also helps increase the potency of harvest and gives an aid in boost to bloom. It says the benefits. You grow tough plants that can support heavy yields. Sturdy stock gives greater mechanical strength to support cells. What the hell? Where the hell? Let me see. Sturdy stock gives greater mechanical strength to plant cells and by extension to your plant as a whole. Plants stand upright thanks to elements and compounds such as silicone and limin, or lignin, or whatever the hell, however the hell you pronounce it, which serve as cement or glue between the brick-like compounds of plant cell walls. Silicone is rarely found in its elemental form in nature. Instead, it typically occurs as silica, SiO2. The silica you feed your crops add more silicone, which in turn strengthen plant cells. Stronger cells make stronger plants. Stronger plants stand straighter and do not lodge, bend, or easily under the weight of heavy fruit and flowers. And then we got what it's derived from. Also contains non-plant food ingredients. So there you go. That's the one. That's the first time I even seen that. Excuse me, I'm kind of tired. Been up since like 5 o'clock this morning with my son. But word is bond. I promised I would do this, and we're going to do it. It says you protect your plant. You protect your investment by fending off environmental stressors and by reducing the risk of desiccation. Silicone fortified plant cells are also thicker. Sturdy stock shields your crops. The thicker cell walls put up a more impregnable barrier against outside factors that may damage the plant. Sturdy stock helps prevent your crop from dying out. Thicker cell walls help retain moisture, making your outdoor crops more drought resistant and your indoor crops less prone to dehydration and desiccation beneath the intense artificial light of your grow room. You aid flowering. Sturdy stock contains a boost of potassium and helps plants flowers. Help plant flowers. Whatever. I'm getting tired. The shit's starting getting blurry. Potassium silicate is not only a silicone source, it is a potassium source. Vitamin K. Yes, now potassium silicate is not only a silicone source, it's a potassium source. Vitamin K is one of the 2 primary micronutrients most closely associated with flowering. You get a yield boost from more energy. Sturdy stock frees up crop energy. Plants expend enormous amounts of energy playing the part of bricklayer. Let me see. By providing your plants with the bioavailable silica, you reduce the construction efforts and free up them to redirect some of their energy elsewhere. Sturdy stock contributes energy. Potassium helps your crops photosynthesize, and that by process by which the plants convert light into energy by metabolizing carbohydrates. Energy drives both vegetative growth and flowering. And then we got the tips. Use as needed rather as part of a regular feeding schedule. For example, it can boost and bolster crops during stressful times in the life cycle, such as transition and transplant. It can support bulking buds during mid or late flowering. Use on top of, not in place of, a regular quality bloom booster. Although sturdy stock does increase flowering, it does not contain sufficient potassium to serve as a standalone bloom booster. Use alone on a watering day or mix it last after other nutrients, and then feed the nutrient solution to your crops immediately. The potassium silicate, the potassium silicate in the formulation is highly reactive with other nutrient ingredients. And then we got the characteristics and the shelf life, y'all, of 10 years or more. So that's great. So there we have it, you guys. That is officially all of the information that I have for you. I hope it helped. My reading ain't all that. I know that. I fucked up a lot of words. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to be the smartest. You know what I'm saying? I just do with what I got. Plus, I smoked like 2 blunts before I sat down to do this. We do have the garden update also coming in tomorrow. So you guys will get to see the results that I've had so far. And I'm telling you, I can't wait for you guys to see this this Gorilla Glue number 4. So that is your favorite grow homeboy, that dude 420, signing out. Fuck with your boy, man. Stay blazed, stay safe. Appreciate you watching. Deuces.